Hey everybody, it's Lynn Hayes. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to put up a quick little Astro-Bytes video for you because our president, Donald Trump, is now in the hospital with COVID-19. I felt like that was an important thing to discuss on this channel. So in all political efforts, I try to be as neutral as possible. If I fail, I do apologize. But I thought this was something significant enough to talk about. It's not an in-depth analysis by any means. I hope you find it helpful, and I'll see you on Monday for our regular video. Thanks so much. Have a good weekend. The first thing I'd like to talk about is the fact that Donald Trump has now tested positive for the COVID virus. It's possible that by the time the video is posted, there's going to be new information that I don't know now when I'm filming, and I'll be sure to post an update for you. At the moment, very little is known. The diagnosis is pretty new. I've been saying for months now that we really can't predict the outcome of the presidential election. This is such a crazy year astrologically. There's so many planetary factors that we have to consider, and it's like everything is in a blender and we don't know how it's all going to come out. But there are some interesting things just with a very cursory view that I saw looking at Trump's chart. On the day that he was diagnosed, there was a full moon in Aries. But more importantly, the North Node and the South Node align exactly with his Sun-Moon opposition. Donald Trump was actually born under a full moon, which means the sun was opposite the moon in the chart. And right now we have the North Node in Gemini aligning exactly with the sun. We have the South Node in Sagittarius aligning exactly with his moon. So this is a pretty significant factor that has something to do with the turning of fate. I can't really predict now what is going to happen or how things are going to unfold, but it's a pretty significant factor in his chart. His natal sun falls fairly close to the Mars in the US chart. So he really activates the Mars energy of anger and the kind of rage of the oppressed that we've been seeing. And over the past few months, the transiting North Node in the sky as it travels backwards through Gemini has been activating Mars in the US chart. So it's been triggering a lot of anger on both sides, all sides of the political equation here. And Trump is really a symbol of this. He's a symbol of this rage, and he just brings it out in everybody. The people who love him are angry at the people who don't. The people who don't love him are angry at him, and the people who supports him. He has generated more anger in the political spectrum than any candidate of recent memory. So in any case, this is kind of a political tinderbox at a time when we have a lot of Mars happening anyway. The world is kind of a tinderbox. The wildfires that are happening in California and in Oregon are symbolic of this. The environment has been conducive for fires, and now they're just taking off. And it's the same thing right now with people's feelings of rage and frustration. And astrologically, of course, this is because Mars is in its own sign of Aries, where it has been for quite some time. It will continue to be in Aries for quite some time as it retrogrades back. While it's in Aries, it's forming a challenging square to 3 planets in Capricorn, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. Many of you have heard me say this every week, but it's still important. In the midst of all this, we have Donald Trump's natal full moon, which was an eclipse, by the way, activated by the transiting nodes. There's definitely a fated quality, and I hope you have some popcorn handy because it's going to be really interesting to see how all this plays out.